Okay. Now we have already discussed relevant cost of machine and relevant cost of material. Now we go through relevant cost of labor. Another important thing. In doing this, just like the material cost, you have to go through another structure. What is that? That is, first of all, you have to ask yourself, capacity. Suppose in a new contract, you need some amount of skilled labor hour. As for example, to do a new job, you need 60 hours of your skilled labor hour. 60 hours. Now, first of all, you have to ask yourself whether spare capacity is there. Spare capacity means that is, as you are already in the business, you have labor forces. Suppose, as for example, your total available labor hour is 100 hours, and your labor force is involved in doing some kinds of job 80 hours. That means 20 hours is spare capacity. Clear? So first of all, you have to ask yourself whether spare capacity is there. So the answer may be yes, spare capacity is there. If there is a spare capacity, that means think yourself. You made a commitment with one of your labor forces that each and every day you will provide $10. It's a committed cost. Each and every day, he step forward, he come to you, involved in doing some kinds of job, and you will pay end of the day $10. Right? Today, there is no kinds of job. But because of agreement, he comes to you, right? You involved in doing some other kinds of job than the usual. But still you are paying $10. Spare capacity is there. So no kinds of additional cost is actually arising, right? So if a spare capacity is there, the relevant cost of labor is 0. Unless you are paying additional. Extra. That means, suppose that worker comes forward and you involve in doing some other kinds of job rather than your contract. So the worker asked yourself, okay, I'm doing that, but you have to provide $10 the usual, and as I'm involving myself in doing some other kinds of job, you have to provide me $2 extra. That $2 extra will be relevant cost. Otherwise, spare capacity, no kinds of cost is there. You are using that spare capacity just. No, spare capacity is not available. There is no spare capacity. So in that case, you have to ask yourself, no spare capacity. So you have to ask yourself, can we do the required labor hour, or can the labor hour be hired? That is, to involve yourself in doing the new contract, you require 60 hours of skilled labor forces. You do not have that much labor forces. No spare capacity, because your labor forces is already 100% involved. So there is no other spare capacity. Now you have to ask yourself whether the labor forces required for new contract, can they be hired from the external sources? The question answer may be yes, maybe no. If yes, that means okay, you can hire that labor forces from external sources. In that case, you have to provide a higher price, right? As you are hiring the labor forces from external sources, you have to provide higher price. In that case, higher price of the labor forces is your relevant cost. If the question is no, That is, labor forces are very much scarce. Nowadays, labor forces are very much scarce. You don't have your spare capacity. At the same time, the required labor forces cannot be carried for some external sources. Still, you are thinking about this. Why? Because you are eager or you are very much eager to involve yourself in doing the new kinds of job. Then what will be the option? There is only one option. You have to use your current labor forces, or you have to involve your current labor, a portion of your current labor forces to start the new job. Right? Spare capacity is not there. You cannot hire that from the external sources, but still you have to do the job. How you can do that? By involve your labor forces, your own labor forces in doing the job, let us carry on. Afterwards, there will be some other options. But as you are involving your existing capacity, which is already 100% involved, here, in that case, their usual cost, as they are 100% involved, their usual cost will be relevant, plus extra. If they are provided any extra, that will be relevant cost, plus as you are shifting them doing their usual job from here, new job, that means, as for example, the job which is already done by the existing labor forces, that will generate $2 contribution per labor hour. Clear? And the new job, as for example, the new job will generate $4 contribution per labor hour. That's why you are very much interested to involve here, right? So as you are taking or withdrawing some portion of your labor forces and involve here, you are losing some specific contribution from the previous job. How much contribution generated for that 60 hours of labor forces according to our example? Suppose we have already talked about, that is the previous in the previous cases where they are already involved, the product is generating $2 per contribution. As you are withdrawing 60 hours, that means 60 into 2, $120 contribution you are sacrificing from them. That sacrifice contribution is opportunity cost. So when the labor forces is fully involved, still you withdrawing some portion and use that in doing the new contract, then the total relevant cost will be usual cost, usual variable cost you can say, extra if you provide, plus opportunity cost. Opportunity cost means contribution you are losing from previous one. Clear? This is the labor portion cost. Now, we can go for a specific example. According to your book, the example is, go to the segment of 1.5. See? I'm just talking about the example. The example, suppose that a special job which required 50 hours of labor time. A special job need 50 hours of labor time. 50 hours. 50 hours of labor time. The thing is, employees are paid $10 per hour. Employees are paid usually $10 per hour. Then there is sufficient idle capacity among the workforces for 40 hours of work. Spare capacity we have. Spare capacity 40 hours. 40 hours. The extra 10 hours would be worked in overtime, for which the additional pay 12.5. Additional 10 hours at 12.5. See the requirement here. involve yourself in a new contract, you need 50 hours of labor hour. 50 hours. You have spare capacity 40 hours. That means your existing labor forces have 40 hours of labor capacity. That means you can use this spare capacity here, right? And there is no additional instruction that using the spare capacity you are providing any kinds of additional or extra. So, in using the spare capacity, you do not have to pay extra. That means there is no kinds of additional cost or relevant cost. So here, the relevant cost is 0. Here, if any extra is provided here, in that case the extra amount will be relevant. Then another 10 hours. You have completed 40 hours by using your spare capacity. Still 10 hours to be worked on. In that 10 hour, you have to provide 12.5. That means this 10 hour is not your spare capacity. You have to hire this from the external sources. This is your hiring price. This total will be your relevant cost. That means 1 to 5. Here, so 1 to 5, 12.5 will be your relevant cost in this example. Clear? Now, see the next example. See the next example. In next example, you guys are provided, that is, in this example, suppose that another special job will require 20 hours of skill labor. Requirement 20 hours of skill labor process. Then the skilled workforce is paid $15 per hour. Usual pay. You can say basic $15 per hour. Usually labor forces are provided. Then your labor forces are fully utilized already. That means whatever the labor forces you have, they have been fully utilized. There is no sort of spare capacity. Then we'll say, if the special job is undertaken, the skilled labor would be taken off other work that earns a contribution of $12 per unit. Contribution $12 per hour. That is, you are saying that if you are overdrawn, that means your labor forces are 100% utilized. If you use those labor forces here, in that case, that specific job generates $12 per contribution. That means when you are using or when you are withdrawing your labor forces from that job sacrificing 20 hours were in 20 hours, 20 into 12, how much? 240. Opportunity cost 20 into 12, 240. That means when you are withdrawing 20 hours of labor forces from doing the existing job and involving them here, in that case you are losing this $240 contribution from that job. It's the kind of opportunity cost, relevant cost. As your labor forces are 100% utilized, that means usual variable cost will also be relevant. That means for this 20 hour, they are providing this basic 50. This is also there. That is 300. Now see if any extra is provided. See, variable overhead 1.5 per hour. Now let's say these labor forces are also provided 1.5 extra. So for the $20, they are also provided 1.5. That is 30. So this will be your total labor cost. As the labor force is fully utilized, usual cost, additional cost, plus opportunity cost, as you are sacrificing some other job doing, right? Okay. the relevant cost of labor forces. আজকে এইটুকু থাকে। Okay, next class আমরা